actually introduced this project. And then for 2 years, I've made John give all the reports about how difficult it's been and how we were behind schedule and cost and so forth. Now it's done, so I get to make the final report and say that it's all done. What a great report. So it is done, and lots of credit to a lot of people that took place to get this done. Old buildings don't give themselves up very easily, and this one was no exception. It was everything from archaeology outside the building to archaeology in the building and so forth. But the contractors are virtually done now. We're in possession of the building. The furniture's moved in. Every chance we get, we try to have a little group or gathering in there. We were able to get started just before the virus shut everything down. We are just chomping at the bit to open the building back up again, and we will do that in cooperation with the National Park Service. We'll do it when it's safe for our employees, and we'll do it when it's safe for the public, and we'll do it when we can afford it, because we may have to have some extra expenses in terms of cleaning and so forth, and we're trying to get through that. But nobody is more excited about opening that building than we are, and so we look forward to that. I do want to just take just a moment, though, because I am stealing all of John's thunder to be able to say that the building is completed. I started making some notes. Approximately, I would say it was maybe 6 or even 7 years ago when we were trying to figure out what in the world we were going to do at Fort Monroe, and we realized the challenges that we ran into. We had a meeting in the conference room of Quarters 1. We had several meetings, and we brought in consultants from all over, and at the end of the day, the board members that were on the working group said, if nothing else, we've just got to go start some projects. Just go do something. Pick a building and go do it. And so we did. And we started off with renovating building 77, which is the old quarters where the base commander would have worked out of. We've renovated that, and that's now occupied with an architect and a law firm. We took care of that building. We had to do the YMCA building. That sounds like a small effort, but it turns out he spent $90,000 on repairing a elevator. It's no small project. Building 80 was an inn. We turned that into apartments. Once again, the recommendation was go prove it can be done. Go figure out how to do it, figure out what the processes are, and so forth. And so when you add up all of these buildings, I came up with almost $13.5 million worth of building work that's taken place at Fort Monroe on these targeted buildings like Building 96, our office building, and even the post library that just got completed. And I have to tell you, there's been a lot of people at Fort Monroe that have worked on all of those projects, but John Hutchison has been at the center of all of that work. And I haven't gone back and looked at his job description. I'm not sure it included $13.5 million worth of project management. But that's just the project. That doesn't include the utilities. We've also done millions of dollars worth of fire hydrant replacements, sewer line replacements. This hasn't been easy. At one point, I remember we were doing a sewer line replacement, and we were trying to do it through the Department of General Services. The contractor got so upset with how slow the approvals were going, he didn't just leave the project, he actually demobilized. He actually took his equipment away. And what he left behind was piles of gravel that had to go back in. So I just want to say, it all started 6 or 7 years ago with a go start a project, go do something. And I think I speak for John and I when I say we built our last building at Fort Monroe. We are ready for somebody else. We're ready for somebody else to deal with the buildings. But it's been very successful. It's been very rewarding. And when we finally get to fully open up and enjoy the visitor center, history won't reflect all the people that did all the work on it, but I hope the history that we try to portray at Fort Monroe is accurately and fully told, and that is probably the most rewarding thing that I can say. So the building is done. You won't see it on our list in the future. So.
I will say that the Finance Committee met there the other day, and it was truly stunning. And so I look forward to the time where we can open it up to the full public and allow them to enjoy the exhibits and the feeling of being in this restored historic building. It is truly phenomenal. So.
Thank you.